All right, hopefully the sound works. And I'm going to figure out how to view the chat on my computer. Oh, looks like we have someone else coming in. Hi, Faith. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good today. See here. Oh, we have someone else. Just trying to figure out how to share this to Facebook. Accept. Okay. Hello, Sarah. How are you today? Hello, Valentina. Hello, Ruby. It's got to be late there in Germany, doesn't it? Sarah, I'm doing pretty good. Just having a pretty lazy day today. Nothing too exciting. Oh, wow, it is late there. I actually have some family friends that live in, I guess it's Amberg, Germany, and he's the doctor over on the military base over there. So usually when we want to chat with them, we have to stay up really late or wake up really early. Yeah, Sarah, my Saturdays are pretty uneventful usually. I actually know someone from Munich. He was here. He was working over here temporarily with some company, and they just did recently move him to Atlanta to do a little bit more work. He does some sort of telecommunications repair. Also, if you see me looking off to the sides, because I have my iPad set up to record, and then I'm reading the chat on my computer off to the left. Because when you run live on the mobile app, the chat disappears super fast. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Amazon is supposed to be opening a new warehouse about an hour away from me, and it's supposed to provide a whole bunch of jobs. And it will also make Amazon packages hopefully arrive quicker, which will be super nice. No, I haven't been. It's been on the bucket list for years. My mom and I actually we planned on going to Ireland like a year ago, but I ended up buying a house instead because my apartment just wasn't that great. So we pushed it off another year, and fingers crossed we'll be able to do it. And also, I figure Ireland is a pretty good jumping off point for visiting Europe. I mean, you're on the far west side, so you can just catch your ferry over to England and Scotland, and then catch the channel over to mainland Europe, and then from there, I mean, you can drive pretty much anywhere. Hey Tim, how you doing? Yeah, Faith. Usually Amazon. When I had Amazon Prime, my packages would get here no matter where they were coming from in about 2 to 3 days. But since my Amazon Prime got turned off, and I'm back to like regular shipping, for some reason it takes them like a week just to ship it, and then like another 3 or 4 days to get to me. So it's kind of aggravating. Yeah, if I ever do get over there, I will definitely send you a message, Ruby. Be nice to connect with people that are actually in that area and kind of show us around and what's good to see and what's not, and also probably places we should avoid. Hello from Texas. I used to live in Texas. I actually wouldn't mind moving back there. The weather was a lot nicer. Hello, Samper. So we know where Ruby's from and Rouge is from. Where's everybody else from? And if you don't already know, I'm in Idaho. I'm on the far western edge of it. I'm actually only about 10 miles from the Oregon border. Ooh, Vermont. I was just watching a video about Vermont. It looks beautiful over there right now. Mississippi, I've never been there. I was really close. I visited Louisiana when I was in junior high, but we didn't quite make it all the way to Mississippi. Hello, Connor. Someone else from the UK. That's awesome. What part of the UK are you from? No, Connor, I haven't been. Ruby and I were just talking about that. Um, it's on my bucket list one day. Although I think when I do make it over there, I'm gonna have to spend quite a few months because I'm the kind of person when I go to vacation, um, I like to see everything and anything. So it takes us forever to get anywhere. Like usually when we go on vacation, we have like an idea of what we're going to do or where we're going to go, but that usually flies out the window by like day two, and we just start wandering and seeing things and extending our trip and uh, usually spending way more than we plan to. But it's always way more fun that way. We make more memories, we see more stuff. So that's just kind of how we go. We're kind of wanderers. Paris is definitely on my list. I have family that's been there. My aunt, her and her ex husband were stationed in Germany back in the 80s, and she visited Paris quite a few times while they were over there. She said it's really pretty, but it's packed with crowds, which I'm not worried about crowds. Yeah, Tim, more souvenirs. Yeah, we buy souvenirs everywhere. I have boxes of them somewhere. They just haven't been unpacked yet. In my filming room, we actually just unpacked a box that's been in my closet for like 3 years, and I found some goodies that I had collected from the coast and Vegas, and then I've got another box of stuff somewhere. The thing we do the most is take pictures. We fill a lot of memory cards with pictures. Yeah, Connor, I watch a lot of documentaries about England. I mean, I'm just obsessed. Um, a lot of people may think it's crazy, but I watch Downton Abbey. I've watched this series twice all the way through. I'm working on my third time. I just watched the movie, and I just cannot wait to get over there. Ruby, I've never flown. Well, what I can remember, we flew when I was like two or something like that. But of course, I don't remember that. And then I haven't ever been on an airplane, especially with my wheelchair. Um, Funny story is, I was actually researching on flying with a wheelchair, and that's how I discovered Squirmy and Grab's channel. And it was when they were going to England on that trip, and that's the video that just kind of hooked me. I'm like, okay, these people are awesome. They're just going and doing and you know not letting anything hold them back. So I absolutely had to be a follower. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I've been wanting something in the background. I'm a very visual person, and when I watch my videos, I'm like, there's nothing to look at. There's just, my two signs and um, another channel I'm subscribed to. In his background, he has a white set of cubicle shelves and has a bunch of like nifty stuff on it. I was like, that's exactly what I need for my background. I need something that just kind of shows the stuff I'm into, just kind of, you know, expresses myself a little bit more. So I returned some stuff I wasn't using and I returned it to Amazon and used that money and bought that shelving system. And it was like 40 something dollars, I think, which is way, way cheaper than like going to Walmart. And also, it was super quick to put together. I've got footage of it that I'll put in an upcoming video. See here. Oh, thank you, Connor. Yeah, when I finally get to the point where I'm traveling more, I'm definitely going to be putting out feelers and connecting with people and, you know, um, just kind of getting my tour guides set up for the along the way. Which one I think will be fun to like meet everybody in person and kind of put faces to names on the internet. And something else about England that kind of draws me there is my great grandma's really into genealogy, and she gave me a massive binder full of stuff from my great grandpa's family going back, and they've traced it all the way back from when they came over from Cornwall, England, and we traced it down to the exact city that they came from. And so when I looked online, there's actually quite a few people um, from the family that are still living there. I mean, they're like seventh or eighth cousins, something like that. So they probably wouldn't care, but I think it's pretty cool. Oh, no problem, everybody. Yeah, I was gonna say it's late. You should probably get some sleep. And I'm hoping to do more of these lives. I think they're kind of more fun. They're more interesting to interact with everybody instead of just filming a video, editing, and then waiting for comments to roll through. Yeah, from what I've seen on Cornwall, it looks kind of like the vacation area or the summering holiday area. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out. I'm probably not gonna approach people I think I'm related to, but just go and see and take pictures and kind of stuff to add to my ancestry folder what I've got going on. Yeah, and I see that I've got a lot of people watching my video from the UK, and I think it's from that Lad Bible video. Um, when they contacted me, I didn't really realize that most of their fan base was in the UK, but I still think it's pretty cool. I am in Idaho, so far west coast side of the United States. I'm right on the border between Idaho and Oregon. So I'm in the high desert area. It's not very pretty here. Thank you, Richard. Local time here right now is 4:52 p.m. I'm still kind of screwed up from the time change. It always feels later than it actually is. So what's the local time there, Connor? Oh wow, yeah, it's late. I actually have quite a few friends in Australia that I chat with, and I've always got to be on an odd schedule in order to catch them, either early in their morning or late in their evening somehow. Um, and then there's somebody I chat with in India, and to chat with him, I have to stay up pretty late, usually like 11 o'clock or so, to catch him during his morning. But it's worth it. I like chatting with people from different countries. Expand my horizons. Yeah, I never watched football really. I mean, I grew up with it, so I'm pretty familiar with teams and how it works and everything. I can appreciate the game. If someone watches me, well, invites me to go watch the game with them, I'll definitely go watch because I know what's going on. I just don't really follow anybody. Who's your favorite team? Yeah, most of my Aussie friends, they're on late. They're night owls, so it works a little bit better for our schedules. Yeah, I listen to Bill Burr's podcast once in a while. It's pretty interesting. The only thing I know about the New England Patriots is they were in the Super Bowl, I guess, a few years ago. Like, 'cause I don't really follow them. I know who they are. Growing up, my dad watched. Well, his favorite team is the Green Bay Packers. So every game they played, we watched. Um, and then most of my friends, they are fans of the Denver Broncos. So I've seen a lot of those games. Fan of any sport? Not in the sense that like I follow something or really like go out of my way to watch it. Like when the Olympics come around, I'll watch the Olympics. Mostly like diving and gymnastics, stuff like that. But like football, baseball, any of that stuff, I don't really follow or watch. I've never really been into sports. A lot of my friends do fantasy football. I don't understand it. Usually around football season, they like my news feed is full of fantasy football picks and who's gonna do what, and I'm just totally lost. I like books, mostly to look at them as decoration. I've read quite a few though. Audiobooks are my thing. When I had Audible, I was going through like a book every couple weeks. Oh, I'm definitely movie and TV. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. I used to be really ADD or something like that. I can't really pay attention. If I'm watching something, my mind just starts racing and be like, oh, I could be doing something else, or maybe I should look this up, or something like that. So it's really hard for me to sit down and watch a TV show all the way through. Um, except for, like I say, Downton Abbey, I've watched multiple times. Um, we, my sister and I, we blew through all the seasons of Big Mouth on Netflix. I don't know if that's available over there or not. Um, Santa Clarita Diet, I watched all of those. I'm still really upset how they ended it, but that's their thing. Um, Movies, I love going to the movies. I love the big screen. I love popcorn, all that kind of stuff. And the last movie we watched is Abominable, and that was super good. It was super cute. I don't think I've seen F is for Family. I've seen it listed, but I don't think I've watched it. Yeah, that's what I like about Netflix and Amazon Prime Videos. I can pause it and pick it up later. Okay, I'll have to try it out then. Yeah, Big Mouth, when it first came out, I was like, ugh, another cartoon. Um, but then randomly, I ran out of things to watch, so I started watching it and just became obsessed. And so I made my sister watch it, and she got obsessed, and so we just went through all the seasons. And then when the new season came out in October, watched, I think we watched it all in like 2 days. Yeah, this is my first live. I just finally figured out how to get it to work with my iPad. I had to watch a bunch of YouTube videos to get it set up. I actually watch almost all of your lives, Tim, if I can catch them. I think I'm going to start doing more lives. This is way easier than setting up a recording studio and trying to record and have a script and then editing and uploading and all that. I mean, I'm still going to do those because there's certain things that, I feel are better conveyed through cohesive topics and editing. But I like this. This is fun. This is chatting with people. I just need to figure out like what time works best for everyone. That's right. Yeah, it is more personal. I mean, because like I said earlier, I can chat with people in real time instead of having to wait for comments to come through and then responding and then waiting for them to respond and stuff like that. Um, I do chat with people on Facebook, but like I say, it's kind of the same as comments. It is now 5:03 p.m. here. Oh, so Connor, have you ever been to the United States? Right now it is super cold outside. Alexa, what's the weather?
In Weiser, it's 52 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, you can look for just a few clouds in the sky with a low of 33 degrees.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cold tonight. Most of my plants have frozen to a crisp, so it's time to have someone go out there and clean them up and get them ready for winter. I haven't been outside in a few days because it's just too cold. Yeah, I use Messenger Video. I've chatted with a few people on Messenger Video. Ooh, yeah, I'm not looking forward to snow this year. Although, since I moved to Weezer, we do get a lot less snow than mom was living. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've been to Albuquerque a long time ago. New Mexico would be nice right now. A lot warmer. I've never been to Florida or Disney, so you're one up on me. If you come back, you should definitely come back to the west side of the United States. One of my favorite drives is actually up the 101. It's uh, it's the coastal highway that goes down through Washington and Oregon and California. It's super pretty. So, what part of Wales are you from, Helen? One state. Well, I haven't been to all of them yet. Um, I guess it depends on what you're more into. If you're more into like forests and green things, or desert, or I don't know. I'd say my favorite state so far, as that covers kind of all the realms, would be California, because Northern California is like really dense forest and redwoods, um, which is by far my favorite place is the redwoods. And then as you drive south, you kind of get in more like the high desert area. Um, I mean, of course, you have like the coast all the way along. So yeah, it's kind of like the biggest mix of scenery. Yeah, I saw that revamp of Route 66. It looks really interesting. When it's finished, I hope to go on a big road trip and check it out. I've never been to Minnesota. It's funny when I hear Minnesota, instantly the movie New in Town pops into my mind. It's so funny. Favorite food? Food. I I don't know. I'm kind of picky when it comes to food. I get really bored with it really easily. Um, let's see. But I guess it was if I was supposed to pick a food, I guess it'd be like a genre of food, and that would have to be like Chinese, because it seems a little bit more versatile, and it also doesn't hurt my stomach as bad as most other foods. Helen, yes, I am wearing my Tommy Hilfiger stuff a lot. Mostly when I go out, because it's kind of fancy. Well, fancier than my t-shirts and sweatpants, but yeah, I do. I love it. It's also so easy to put on, so of course I wear it all the time. Well, Chameleon, you don't have an accent up there. I don't know. Oh, exactly, Connor. Yeah, I try to ignore the news and what it says about other places because it's always biased and through a really narrow lens. So you don't truly know what the country's like or what's really going on. Um, so yeah, I'm not afraid to go anywhere really. Because I was watching his last name is Corns. By his channel, he flew to a country in the Middle East, and yeah, it was on like the U.S. red zone. People aren't supposed to go there; it's dangerous or whatever. Well, he flew there, and there was absolutely nothing going on. He flew there. He traveled around. He met up with people he knew. They went everywhere, and there was no sense of any, unrest or all that. So, yeah, I do see a lot of the politics in the UK, and I'm just not a political person. I ignore them and I roll my eyes. I figure people are people, and things are gonna move on no matter what. So I don't stress myself out with that. And yeah, England does. It's tiny, but not like super small. I think there's a lot to see there. And like I say, it would take me months to get through everything because I would want to see everything. I mean, because England isn't quite the size of Idaho. I don't know. Mama of two, who are you? I might miss you too. Yeah, Connor. It was funny. I watch a lot of stuff about the UK, and um, I'm kind of a documentary nerd. I love watching um, a lot of documentaries about what there is in England, and how I always thought it was funny that people would like summer in the Lake District and winter in the city or something. I'm like, it's not that far apart. Would it really make it worse? The short drive to vacation somewhere. But I guess if that's what you're used to, then that's what happens. Music. I listen to anything and everything. I got nostalgic the other day and I looked up Studio Killers, and I forgot that they had released so many songs. So that's been on repeat last few days. That's right, Tim. Hit the thumbs up, guys. It really helps me out. That's awesome. Yeah, the cities always look like they're way too busy. I watched Joel Wood and Leah Hatz. I watched their individual channels and then also their Joel and Leah channel. And when they're in London or I think she went Chichester, they always look just super busy and tons of people. But then when they're out, kind of out away from the city, it looks way prettier and way nicer. Oh, the cousin on the other side of the world. When are you guys coming back over this way? And if you do come, you do know I'm right on the way to your mom's house, right? Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that. Mom keeps talking about packing up and coming over and crashing at your place, but yeah, who knows? Grandma keeps trying to talk us into going down to Arizona. You want us to bring Grandma Atkins with us? I don't think she would turn us down. We took her on vacation once and that was it. Now all she wants to do is go on vacation with us. Hello, Monica. My Saturday's going pretty good. How's yours going? So I guess what kind of videos do you guys want to see in the future? Like, what do you think could be more interesting? Because for me, I think the videos I have put out, I just for me they're kind of boring. Except for my morning routine video, I like that video, and those are the kind of videos I want to do for you guys. Um, More like just follow me around and see what I do. What I eat today, going out for errands, um, that kind of stuff. Something more intriguing, something like that. But then I run out of ideas. I'm like, what do people want to see? Like, I have a whole paper full of video ideas, but then I read through them and I'm like, oh, that's boring. Nobody's gonna watch that one. Well, thank you for stopping by, Monica. Me too, Monica. Those are the ones I watch the most of. Except for certain channels, there are the ones that they're just really interesting to listen to talk, and I guess they'd be drama channels or something like that. But the one I watched, it's just more he's just talking. So I watched that one, but then every other one I watch is day in the life, like Squirmy and Grubs. I love their videos. They're always doing something. Cole and Christina and um, Zach Colley. I love his videos too. Tap one. There we go. How do I deal with stress? Not very well lately. I tend to overthink things and I get more stressed out. But mostly I just listen to music and kind of just try to zone out and figure things out slowly. It was also helping when I talked, when I had a counselor. I could just go and kind of like unload on her, and she would pick through and figure out what's actually important to worry about, what needs to be figured out. Um, and so it just helped me kind of figure things out. But since I don't have a counselor anymore, then I kind of have to go through that whole process myself. So I sit and talk to myself a lot like a crazy person. Music, it's just a little bit of everything. I really like dance, kind of electronic music. Foreign music is really interesting to me. French pop, K-pop. Um, Trying to think of any specific artists. Oh, Lucas Graham. I love Lucas Graham. I listen to everything he's done. I actually have a Spotify station that's all his music, and I just listen to. Do you have any favorite artist or something that you would suggest listening to? Oh, I love animals. Yeah, I have a mini dachshund. She is the weirdest dog. She doesn't play with toys. She just sleeps. And it used to be when I first got her, she'd sleep on my lap just nonstop. Now, when she gets on my lap, she'll jump up there, lick me in the face, and then she wants to jump down. Um, I've been letting her sleep with me in bed last couple nights because I sleep in my room super cold. I keep my heater turned off and then the fan blowing, so my room gets frigid at night. And she sleeps in her kennel in her little dog bed beside my desk. So she's been getting cold, so I let her sleep up in the bed under the comforter. But yeah, I've always had animals. I grew up with dogs and cats and horses and on the farm. And um, after high school, I started raising cockatiels, and my sisters had parakeets, and we're big animal people. Trying to figure out if you're a guy or a girl. There we go. Southeast England. Any specific town you're near that I might recognize? Yeah, stress mess. I cannot sleep without my fan on. The noise just helps keep me asleep, and then if I sleep without it, every little like creak or bump or anything wakes me up. So it makes for a miserable night. So I sleep with it on. It also doesn't help that my house is on a main road, so there's always traffic and people talking. So I've listened to some ASMR videos. Some of them I don't really care for, like chewing videos. Gross me out so bad. But I like watching the ones that people just like talk and read a book or something. Those are really relaxing. I actually listen to quite a few of those. I was playing around with the idea of starting a second channel, or maybe just doing it on this channel, just doing ASMR, um, like book reading or something. I think that would be fun. It'd make videos and also make me read more books. Oh, Monica, is it Baumgartner Art Restoration? I watch that channel every video that he does. It's so relaxing watching, and the repair of the paintings is just insane. I've watched a lot of them like 5 or 6 times because they're just so interesting, and his voice is super soothing. I actually found his channel because I was watching a series on Prime TV called Art Hunters or something like that. Um, and they find these like lost pieces of art and have them restored. And the guy that restores them, Simon Gillespie, just is a magician at fixing these paintings. And so I started Googling, and I stumbled across Baumgartner, and I've been subscribed since the first video I found. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I've heard of Kent before. I'd have to look at a map and see exactly. Oh my gosh, yeah. That video freaked me out when I saw what she had done to the face. I was like, oh my gosh. It looked like a kindergartner was let loose with some finger paints. Some of my hobbies, YouTube, obviously. Um, let's see, in the past, before I lost use of my arms completely, I used to draw and paint. Um, I'll have to put some of those pictures up. I've got a massive art folder full of stuff I did before. I love designing things online, gardening, interior design, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think I'm pretty artsy. Yeah, and then in the past when I used to do drag, I was always, just a fun process figuring out, makeup, what look you're gonna go for, what outfit you're gonna wear, what song you're gonna perform, all that kind of stuff. It's putting that whole package together, and then the evening of seeing how it comes out. That was always super fun. Yeah, I still have a lot of my paintings and my drawings. I think they're at mom's house, so I'll have to try to get her to bring those down one day. And I'll probably post a bunch of them on Instagram or something. Hello, Janelle. Miami, that's got to be some good weather there today. You're probably one of the few that aren't freezing their butts off right now. Yeah, I could use some heat, but the humidity I'm not so fond of. Yeah, I bet it is cold there. Yeah, it's supposed to be down to like 32 or 33 here tonight, which is cold, but it's been actually way warmer than it has been in the past like week or so. Oh, nice. What part of California do you live in, Monica? I keep toying with the idea of moving to Los Angeles, but that process is just daunting. I used to paint just using my hands. I've tried using my mouth. When I gradually started losing use of my arms, my therapist she tried getting me to paint with my mouth, but I just don't have that much control, especially with my head tick. And then I just couldn't keep the brush still enough. I guess I could do like impressionist artwork or something like that, but that's just not my thing, I guess, right now. Oh, Anaheim, that's awesome. Yeah, we were gonna go visit there this past spring, but we just decided not to. Disneyland is on my list. Even though I can't really ride all the rides, it might not be the best, you know, use of my money because I just basically drive around and look at stuff. But I definitely want to go. Maybe I can guilt some of the Disney characters to taking pictures with me or something. Hello, Stelly. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I've got, like I said, quite a few pieces that aren't framed. They're just in the big folder, and then I've got two pieces that I had framed back when I was in high school. Oh, nice. Surrey? Yeah, so just outside of Vancouver, I guess. It's really cold up there, he said. Um, Technically I do, but then I don't at the same time. I have my own house, but I have people with me 24/7. So um, right now it's my mom. Well, was my mom for a while. Right now, my sister and my nieces and nephews are staying with me because mom threw her back out really bad this past week. So she's been laid up on her couch, and so it's been up to my sister to cover everything. But I'm in the process of trying to hire more people, and that's been a chore because there's nobody in this area to work. But yeah, I'm pretty much never alone. Hello, Monet. Yeah, Stelly, it's kind of an odd situation. Like, I was living in Boise for years, and I struggled finding people there. And then, things just happened. I moved back home. Well, back home, there's absolutely nobody to work. So I was told by care agencies and other people that if I moved to Weiser, which is about 35 miles south of Cambridge, I'd have a way easier time finding people. They had people looking for work, all that stuff. So I went through the whole process of buying my house. I get moved down here, and there's nobody to work. And care agencies, they don't have anybody available. Um, so yeah, I'm kind of stuck right now, trying to figure out what my next move is. Um, I guess it depends. I like being alone. I'm in my bedroom by myself all the time. So technically, I'm with people, but not always. And I do enjoy being around people a lot, like watching TV, watching movies, going shopping, all that stuff. But right now, it's not really possible with children around all the time. So I spend a lot of time in my bedroom where it's more quiet. Yeah, silly. That's a poop emoji. Yeah, it's nice to have people when I need them, but also have kind of a private space that I don't have to constantly be surrounded by people. The movie I got, yeah, the movie wrapped up filming, and then they said it's supposed to be released in March, I believe. They haven't sent any sort of update yet, so I'm still waiting. Hello, Dairy Queens. Let me get my elbow moved. Oh, there we go. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing this evening? Yeah, it is surprising. I mean, you look at the size of the United States, how many people there are, how many people are unemployed, all that jazz, and then you read about the drastic shortage of caregivers, everywhere basically. It's because a lot of people aren't wanting to go into this industry. Well, I do pay higher than average, I guess. Um, it's still not quite up to a living wage standard. So people can still make more money doing less work at like McDonald's or something like that. So it's really difficult to find people who are, responsible, who can do the job, who are reliable, who aren't going to just like leave me. So yeah, it's a lot of issues in one. All right, you have a good night, Monica. Thank you for chatting. I hope I see you on the next live. Yeah, Dairy Queens, my night's going pretty well. It's been nice chatting with everybody. Yeah, still it is rough trying to find people. My baby sister, she has Down syndrome too, and she's 14. She's gonna be 15. But yeah, it's difficult trying to find people. She doesn't need like any sort of level of care. Mom just basically has to like monitor, make sure she's doing what she's supposed to do. She's a normal teenager. She doesn't want to shower or do what she's told, so it's no different than a normal child. Hi, Raven. Oh, no problem, White Van Man. Yeah, it's got to be late there. I was gonna say I'm gonna sign off here pretty soon. It's getting close to supper time. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I've been on here for over an hour now. So I did put all my links in the description box below. Um, for all my social media, you can reach out to me there. I do have my Patreon and my merch listed in my top two links. So it'd be awesome if you check that out and share the video, share the links. Kind of helps spread the word. It really helps a lot. And I think I'm going to do another live, hopefully this coming week, if not next Saturday. I might just make this like a regular Saturday occurrence. But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching and chatting with me and keep me company for an hour. And I'll see you all later. Bye bye, guys. Single tap. Tap two.